Hello everyone and welcome to another Twitter Q&A here. I tweeted out a few hours ago I was going to be doing a Q&A today, and a link for my Twitter is in the video description if you want to be a part of a future Twitter Q&A here. Thingamabobber, doohickey, whatchamacallit, who's it's it. Anyway, I want to try to do these more regularly. You guys seem to like these, and I really liked where we went last time with the Twitter Q&A questions. And had a good time, and you guys like hearing the just random shit and answers and talkings, and you guys keep coming back for more, so why should I deprive you of the entertainment that you guys find in me? Oh, and before someone asks, every time I wear this shirt, someone always asks, where did I get this? It's, hello, my name is Leroy Jenkins, at least I have chicken. Cousin of mine got this for me for Christmas some years ago. Don't know where they got it from. It's probably some online website or something. And of course, at least is one word. As we know, kids, at least is two words, A-T space L-E-A-S-T. This shirt burns every time I put it on because it has a grammatical error on it. Anyway, let's get to the questions here. Doug Z wants to know, did you ever attempt to learn a musical instrument? Yes, I actually taught myself how to play piano some years ago. Didn't have a formal instructor or anything like that, just taught myself from books and where to place my hands and the chords and the keys, etc., etc. And I could play at a decent level, that, you know, I could sound like, oh my god, he actually practiced to play piano. However, this was back when I was in college. Before I was in college, I started dabbling with it. I haven't touched a piano in about 12 years. Like, I don't even remember the hand placement for the chords or anything like that. And, oh, by the way, just on a side note, if you're wondering why there's 10,000 kilowatts of light coming in today, it's because it fucking snowed again. It's almost April here in Philadelphia, and it fucking snowed again. Thanks, spring, you cunt. Anyway, taught myself how to play piano, but I haven't touched it in 12 years, so I haven't even tried to play piano since that. Thank you, new dog. Can we calm down with the background noise, Buster? Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Favorite band, Anthony Pope wants to know. Favorite band, Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, aka David fucking Bowie. Love David Bowie. Love pre-mid-80s David Bowie, not that commercial shit that was made to get on MTV. Give me Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars any day. New dog left. He was like, fuck this noise, I'm out of here. Oh no, wait, he's back. Love Moon Age Daydream. Favorite, not only my favorite David Bowie song, but just my favorite song of all time is Life on Mars. I think that is just such a beautiful fucking song. Love it. Anyway, David fucking Bowie, or Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars is my favorite band. Thoughts on Ray William Johnson leaving YouTube? I gave my thoughts on Ray William Johnson leaving YouTube a couple weeks ago and I made a video, so I'm not going to reiterate the same points. In fact, I tweeted back to Mr. Ben Struble the link for the video that I made a couple weeks ago talking about Ray William Johnson leaving YouTube. Search bar up there if you need to find it. Anyways. Favorite kind of Pop-Tarts, Ben also would like to know, is the gingerbread Pop-Tarts that come out around Christmas time. They are fucking amazing. They're right up there with cheese as far as goodness goes. They're like, you could put a gingerbread Pop-Tart on a lump of coal and eat it, and it will make that lump of coal taste great. Don't try that at home, I'm just making that up. Anyway, the gingerbread Pop-Tarts, fucking amazing. Alright, thank you, Ben. Sean O'Neill wants to know, who is my favorite Eagles player of all time? I was such a huge McNabb fan. I was even to the point that I was a McNabb apologist for years on end. But when he left and his run he had in Washington and then in Minnesota, and just the way he's been acting afterwards, it's tarnished his legacy as far as I'm concerned. To me, personally, anyway. You can still think he's, you know, the greatest thing since sliced bread in this town. But, guys like, I mean, I like guys like Arkansas Fred Barnett, Jerome Brown, rest in peace. That was just so fucking tragic when he died in that car accident well before his time on this planet should have been up. But, that was just so heartbreaking. The days of Gangrene, of him and Reggie White, Clyde Simmons, just all those guys. Brian Dawkins, I would love him a lot more too, but I hold both him and Eagles higher management responsible for the way Dawkins left this team, more so on the Eagles management, specifically Joe Banner. By the way, Cleveland, thank God, thank whatever you believe in, that you got his ass fired in 1 year. And I noticed he's having trouble finding work. What a fucking surprise. Fuck you, Joe Banner. Anyway, the way B-Dawk played, I just, you can never really criticize it. God, I like the 80s era Eagles. I mean, just, it's teams that really didn't do anything, but they were just so fun to watch. Like I said, the days of Gangrene were, to this date and time, still my favorite era of football to watch for the Eagles. So, anyways, back when they wore the Kelly Green jerseys. By the way, why don't they bring back the Kelly Green jerseys now? You have a coach named Kelly. It makes all the more sense. Get rid of the midnight green shit and bring back the Kelly Green, right? It's asking too much, clearly. Anyway, I'm droning on and on about sports. Half of you probably just tuned out now. Thank you, Sean O'Neill. Kyle wants to know, what is my favorite Sonic game? Sonic numero dos. I can remember being in Franklin Mills Mall, seeing a demo TV. It was a Babbage's. They used to be one of the local electronic retailers that would be in malls in this region. And they had Sonic 2 displayed. And I remember seeing like that casino level for the first time. And I was like, holy shit, that's fucking amazing. There's the little squirrel things following around. Didn't know what Tails was at the time. And it just looks so cool. And you jump in the slot machine and the rings fly to them. Anyways, the game was fun for so many reasons. One, it was a very good Sonic game. Two, you had that second person that could interact with the game as it was playing. The second control could take control of Tails and basically be invincible, fight the bosses for you, just commit suicide in front of you, let you know that flame will kill you if you touch it. Anyway, that's definitely my favorite Sonic game for a number of reasons. Taylor Steinhilper, whatever. What is your favorite episode of South Park? My favorite episode of South Park is the episode that got me hooked on the show and is also the first episode I've ever seen of the show, which is the original Starvin' Marvin episode. You okay, new dog? You came running into the room like you had to tell me something. Very well. That Starvin' Marvin episode, that was, at that point, I'd heard people talk about the show, and I saw previews for the show. I'm like, it looks like the shittiest fucking animation in the world. The voices sound dumb. There's some fat kid that's irritating. I was like, this is stupid. Then I gave it a chance with that Starvin' Marvin episode, and I was hooked ever since. Hooked ever since. More hooked after all these years than I was watching The Simpsons. This is, for whatever reason, South Park has much more stayability power after 10 plus years than The Simpsons could ever imagine to. Anyway, yeah, there you go, Starvin' Marvin episode. Calvin Pryor wants to know, when did I go to my first Eagles game? I don't even remember when it was. It was some years ago. It was against the Chicago Bears. My grandfather and the company he worked for had a luxury box at Veterans Stadium for year-round. So it would be for the Phillies games and the Eagles games. And every now and then when the tickets would cycle to him, he would take like one of the grandkids with him. And I remember going to a Chicago Bears game. I couldn't even tell you. It was like sometime in the mid-'80s. I was just barely, old enough to remember it. I couldn't even tell you if the Eagles won that day. I honestly don't remember. So, your second question, Calvin, was, do I trust Chip? Chip has earned my trust in him. I feel that I didn't give him the amount of respect he should have gotten last year. Now, granted, you can't just give someone respect sight unseen, especially going from the college to the NFL like this. But I was very harsh on him, unfairly harsh on him last year. I'll be the first to admit that. He's earned my trust in his decisions right now. Until his decisions show that it's wrong. He took a 4-win team last year, took him to 10 wins, won the division, and almost beat the Saints in the playoffs. I can't complain about that at all. Compared to what they were to what they are, Yeah, that's a lot to do with Chip Kelly, so I trust him. Pokebrony wants to know, what do I think of bands such as Korn or Nirvana, and when will New Dog be Old Dog? New Dog's about to flip his shit because he sees another dog walking around outside, and this is going to make this portion of the video very interesting. Chillax, New Dog. Alright. Oh my god. Oh my god. New Dog, what's this? Oh, go get it! Alright, he didn't fall for the toy trick. I never got into the band Korn, but I love Nirvana because I hated hair metal. And Nirvana came in and just slapped them all. Oh, that got your attention, didn't it? Just slapped them all off the face of the music world. So, yeah, Nirvana's the shit. Korn, never really got into him. When will New Dog become Old Dog? New Dog is always going to be New Dog here. He's so used to that name. In fact, he's even turning when I say New Dog. That's his actor name. That's his theatrical name here. He obviously has a different name in real life. Sorry if that's breaking the third wall here for you people. But, yeah, New Dog is his stage name only here. And he's going to be forever known as New Dog. Sorry. You guys picked the name. Blame yourselves. All right. Favorite and least favorite Disney movie. That's Ryan Weiss asking this. I mean, if you want to include the Pixar films, because they're technically owned by Disney, I'd say Toy Story. But going back into just solely Disney-made product, I like the Sword and the Stone. I mean, I know a lot of people, Sword and the Stone, Robin Hood, those two cartoons, those are the types of cartoons that I watched all as a kid. Like, yeah, Beauty and the Beast is nice and all, and The Lion King. But I didn't see any, like, real replay value. Granted, I was a lot older when Lion King came out. But, like, a lot of the mainstream, like, this is the big blockbuster movie where something like Robin Hood and The Sword and the Stone was more of just, like, you know, something that sells more VHS tapes than it did movie tickets. I like those. Least favorite are just any of the fucking princess movies. I mean, a princess, distress, a hero, a villain, and a castle. Alright? I just summed up the storyline of 10 princess movies all in one. Alright, so they're all tied. They're all tied. There's a princess, a castle, distress, a hero, and a villain. They're all equally my least favorite Disney films. You seen one, you seen them all. There you go. Chad wants to know, what movie am I most excited to see coming out this year? I don't know if it's coming out this year, but I saw the preview for the new Transformers movie, and I'll admit, it got kind of hard. I'm sorry, is that too much information? But Mark Wahlberg over Mr. Epitome? I'll take that. Shit. Yeah, I don't know if that's coming out this year, but yeah, I'm not really looking forward to too much of anything else that's coming out in the immediate future. Private Ryan wants to know, and this is a very good question, how amazing are the Cowboys? The Dallas Cowboys are just a ball of sheer amazement. To watch them just suffer in mediocrity for an entire generation, it soothes my soul. Soothes my soul. We got 5 rings in an ancient history museum. Ha! Anyway, fuck the Cowboys. They deserve to have Jerry Jones as their owner and GM making the decisions that have been fucking over this team for years on end. Like, 1 ring's under him. Yeah. Great train robbery. Hello. Anyway. Yeah, the Cowboys are amazing. All you Dallas Cowboy fans that just want to keep buying those season tickets, go ahead. Your team's looking to be no better than 8-8 at best again. So, you know, enjoy giving Uncle Jerry all your money, or Grandpa Jerry, depending on how you look at it. So yeah, that's how fucking amazing Private Ryan the Cowboys are. Anyways, Blake, will you be auditioning to be the next host of Equals 3? No. I wouldn't take that job even if Ray said, look, I saw you made some videos about me, but you know, I think you have a great presence on camera. I think you'd be great. I'm not even going to audition. You can just have the spot, all right? I think you're going to be a great fit for the show. Give you $100,000 a year, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I would never want that. Now, it's maybe hard to believe, but I simply just do not want to be Popular to the point that you'd be noticed on the street. It's nice that I have a monicum of fame here, that you guys keep coming back, a few thousand of you, to see my videos over and over again, to see what's next, to be entertained, to be enthralled, captivated, what have you. I would never want to get to the point where hundreds of thousands and millions of people know you, and you're getting to the point where there's just no way you can suffice the needs and demands and concerns and the questions, the comments. Like, I can barely take care of what I have here in this little empire, let alone the great Roman Empire of something like a Ray William Johnson. So, yeah, I won't be auditioning for it, nor would I want it, even if I was given it sight unseen. Alright, but good question, Blake. Manath, not man-ass. I don't know why that popped into my head, huh? Anyways, Manath, what is the most laziest day? The most laziest? The most laziest? I think your most laziest day was the day they taught English in English class. Anyway, what is the most laziest day you had in your adult life? No. Oh, no. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going through ones in my head. The day that I watched all 3 Lord of the Rings movies for the first time in the same day. I missed seeing the Fellowship of the Ring in the theaters, and the Two Towers came out, the whatever the fuck it was. When that came out, and I was like, well, I can't watch the Two Towers if I didn't watch Fellowship of the Ring. And then Return of the King came out. I was like, I didn't see the first 2. I was like, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to wait till Return of the King comes out on DVD. I have the 2 collectors, the special editions of the first 2 films, which have like 40, 50 extra minutes of footage in them. And I'm going to marathon them all in one day. And I did just that. I started at like 9 o'clock in the morning and watched them till 9 o'clock 6 days later, when the 3 movies finally ended. Anyway, I didn't do anything that day other than watch those fucking films. I eventually got up to eat and piss and shit, stuff like that. But yeah, that was about as lazy as a fucking day. Probably the most physical television I've watched in one physical sitting of a day. Watching 3 feature-length films like that, end to end. Not to mention, I probably watched TV once the Return of the King was over. So yeah, there you go. I sat there, ate shitty food, and watched that all day. It's good times. That was my most laziest day. Batman Pig Bear wants to know, what is your real job? Now, I've told you what past jobs I've had in my life were, and I don't ever disclose what my real job is. It's not for a sake of like, oh, I'm embarrassed to say I work there or anything like that. In fact, I think it would be a little bit braggadocious saying what I do, what I make, and spelling it out for you, nor, would I expect you guys to believe that I, go up on stage and strip all my clothes off and get paid, 6 figures a year to do that. But, that aside, I always keep the reality in a separate tier, and to my real job, I keep this world here on YouTube to a separate tier, in that the people at my real job don't know that I do this stuff on YouTube. Again, like I said about my real job, it's not like I'd be embarrassed to tell people that I make vlog videos or whatever you want to say, kooky little videos on the internet. There's nothing really shameful about doing that. I mean, it'd be one thing if I was dressing up in drag or whatever, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, just giving like little opinion videos. I mean, people hear me talk about, random things all the time in real life, so why would they be shocked or embarrassed for me, seeing I do it on video every now and then. So yeah, it's just something that I keep the real life in the real life and the YouTube world in the YouTube world. And it's just a divide that I've been really comfortable with working with. And again, it's not like I'd be like stunned if someone found me out at my job. Again, like, some of you guys might come into the club that I strip at and you end up seeing me. It's okay if you like to see that sort of thing. I won't judge you. But anyway, yeah, just keep that separated. So there you go. Juho Liponin, I'm sorry, it's like some Scandinavian name. Sorry, Juho, if I pronounced your name wrong. What do you think about the Wii U, and are there any games that you would like to play on it? I don't think I'm ever going to not only play the Wii U, I mean, I don't even care to look at a Wii U when I see it in the stores. It's just like, I see it like a display at Target. I'm like, oh, there's the Wii U. Oh, now doing something else. Yeah, the Wii U just has no appeal to me whatsoever. Now, granted, the Wii had no appeal to me whatsoever, but once I physically sat down and played it, I was like, this is actually a pretty cool gaming system. They really got the wireless technology, the handheld controllers. Oh, shit, new dog's gonna flip his shit. There's another dog walking out in the street here. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Oh, it just stopped to take a shit in front of the house. He's not gonna like that. Relax. Very good. All right. Yeah, like I gave the Wii Wii gave a bad taste in my mouth because I thought of like the Power Glove and how Nintendo tried shoving the, oh look, it's like you pointed out the screen and you play Punch Out with it and stuff like that, and the thing was such a dysfunctional piece of fucking shit. It ruined the Christmas of 1989, whenever the fuck it was that my one neighbor and friend across the street got it. It ruined Christmas. Like, Christmas was fucking ruined. Just like Chris Bohr's fucking cereal. Alright? Anyway. Yeah, I don't care about the Wii U at all. Give us 10 reasons why we hate the Cowboys. Calvin Pryor would like to know. That would just be way too long. I just hate the Cowboys because of the amount of bandwagon fans specifically have in a place like this where it's a rival team in your division, in the Eagles, and people are like in the 90s like, oh, I got an Emmitt Smith jersey now, I'm rooting for the Cowboys because they won Super Bowls. I'm from no part in Texas, but I like it. Motherfuckers, real Cowboys fans hate you. When you're fucking bandwagoning on because they got a few rings, and you want to go out and buy an Emmitt Smith jersey and rock that shit, real Cowboys fans think you're fucking punks. I've talked to a lot of real Cowboys fans. They can't stand that shit. Cowboys are Texas. Alright? They're a symbol of fucking Texas. Someone born north of the Mason-Dixon line that wants to be a fucking Dallas Cowboy lover, they ain't buying that shit for a second. So, I hate that more than anything else because their own fans from their home locale hate that shit. That's okay. If there's like an Eagles fan somewhere else, I'm cool with that because what are they bandwagoning on to? The Eagles haven't won a fucking thing. Bandwagoning on to the Cowboys just because they got fucking rings and they're America's team? Fuck you. Anyways, real Cowboys fans hate you, so suck on that. That's the only one reason that's even worth noting as far as I'm concerned. There's other reasons like Troy Aikman and Jerry Jones taking it up the poop. Okay, I won't go there. An old Dan Mahoney wants to know, is DeSean Jackson back next year, and what do you think about the situation? DeSean Jackson is going to be back next year. Do I think he can and still will possibly be traded or cut? Absolutely, it's a possibility. Chip Kelly tried to trade him before draft last year, so it goes to show that he really didn't want him around. For whatever reason, it's Chip's call. I think they are insanely insane, to be redundant, to cut someone who is your leading receiver, 1,300 yards, 80-plus receptions, 10 touchdowns last year, had a career year for himself. To think that you're going to go and just cut someone who does that because he's a diva, because he's a punk? Fucking deal with it is what I have to say. Okay, yeah, he's a popular player who's a diva. Okay, you want me to list 100 other people in the league that are like that? Because I can. Yeah, it just is what it is. Now, granted, Chip's free to run this team however he wants. That doesn't mean I'm going to fucking accept a move like that. I would have fucking flipped my shit if they cut this guy. If they do, I'll still flip my shit about it. Because this team will not be better without DeSean Jackson. If they get a replacement that looks like a suitable replacement and can be molded into the next DeSean Jackson, then I'll be happy. Riley Cooper isn't taking over this team as the number one receiver. Macklin is a question mark with the torn ACL, nor has he ever at any point in time had the speed or commanded the respect from defenses the way that they do with DeSean Jackson. So, yeah, there you go. That's what I think about the situation. DeSean will be back here. I think really Chip just sat him down and was like, listen, motherfucker, You remember what you did in that Minnesota game last year where you mouthed off at our wide receivers coach? You do that fucking shit again, we'll cut your ass. Do you seriously think once we cut you, because DeSean is motivated by money. Let's be realistic here. He's motivated by money. That's the reason why he begs for higher rates of pay every single offseason. Chip Kelly just said to him, he's like, listen, we cut you. Do you seriously think another team out there is going to give you the $12 million that we're going to give you next year? The fuck out of here. You ain't going to get that. You'll be lucky, like a team like Seattle may want you. What? They'll give you $6-7 million probably. So think about that, DeSean. Think about what will happen if we cut you. Wisen up, shape up, or you will be shipped the fuck out and we won't bat an eye at it. Anyways, there you go. Okay, where are we at here? Calvin asked another question. Okay, this is probably my last one. Thank you. Did you play football as a kid? Nope, just neighborhood football. The only organized sports I played were baseball, soccer, and hockey. But love neighborhood football. Of all the games to play in the neighborhood, it was like neighborhood basketball and neighborhood football. Played neighborhood football damn near every Sunday. It was a thing to do before Eagles games. You meet at the just whatever park and just meet at like 10 o'clock, play till about 12:30 or so, go in, watch the Eagles game. Oh, great. Oh, fucking nostalgia. Fucking nostalgia. Do you see kids doing that nowadays? Nope. They're sitting at home playing. They're playing Madden. They're playing a mock-up of the day's game in Madden. Like, oh yeah, we beat the Cowboys 65-2, and then the Cowboys end up winning later that day. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. Chuck wants to know, what do I think of the new Nostalgia Critic episodes? Haven't even watched them. I got so concluded with the Nostalgia Critic when he just, Doug Walker just said, that's it, I'm done. I'm moving on to other things. And I was like, okay, I'm done with it too then, Doug. You had a nice run. I watched every single episode of the Nostalgia Critic, and then he came back, and I was like, oh, I guess you're desperate for money now? Because rumor has it he's wasted over 6 figures on that, whatever fucking show that was, that project he did. He had to pay actors for it and whatnot. Anyway, God, I can't remember the name of it. That's how memorable it was. And then I heard he was coming back, and I was like, oh, this kind of reeks of a little bit of desperation. Granted, he's free to do what he wants. I don't know, it just kind of gave a bad taste to me, personally, about the Nostalgia Critic. I think I watched one that he did, shows you how memorable it is. God, I keep saying that today, shows you how memorable it was. Jurassic Park, I think that was post his nostalgia resurrection, for lack of a better term. Anyway, so yeah, don't even care to tune in to watch his things. Yeah, there you go. And James Boyle asked the same question about musical instruments, which I answered the first question. Thank you, though, James. Drive-off films, or as the Japanese say, dive-off films. That was racist. Bad Archfiend. Anyway, do you drink beer/spirits, and which is your favorite and why? Not a big fan of beer, just not a big fan of like carbonated beverages at all. I'm more of like a vodka and cranberry type guy. Like I like my mixed drink, anything with an umbrella in it too. That's fucking great. You know what I'm saying, guys? And by guys, I mean guys. All right, that was creepy. Yeah, not really big on drinking much at all. I drink occasionally. I like to kick back, with the fine whiskey, sit by the fireplace, get in the robe, get a good book. Ha! Just kidding. I'm not going to read a fucking book. Please, I have a television. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. Max O'Toole wants to know, what are some of your favorite arcade games? Oh my god, arcade games when I was a kid. The Simpsons arcade game, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, both games that were 4 players. Loved Street Fighter 2 when it came out. Oh my god, played the shit out of that, as well as Mortal Kombat. Fucking wasted so many quarters on those fucking games. Anyways, that's pretty much the Mega Colossus. Mercs, that was another good arcade game from my youth. Golden Axe, another good arcade game. Alright, there we go. Where are we at? Holland Wolf 23349 wants to know, what trends in movies would you like to see stop? All these fucking spoof movies. I've went on in detail about my rant on spoof movies. PG horror films. PG versions of a good R-rated film like RoboCop. Oh, come on, man. One of the biggest things and charm and appeal of the original RoboCop was the amount of violence and the horrificness of the violence. Like that scene where the Ed 209 shoots one of the engineers or whatever, and he falls on the scale model of Detroit. He's all those fucking squibs going off. He gets shot in the face like 500 times. The one guy gets melted with toxic waste and then hits a car and explodes. He explodes, not the car. Fucking hell. I don't even want to watch a new RoboCop because I know shit like that's not going to be in it. And it's going to lose charm because of that. It's going to be a PG. Bang! I shot you and a poof of smoke comes out and there's no blood and there's maybe a trickle of blood somewhere. Anyways, I don't know. I haven't seen the new RoboCop, so maybe I'm just being a judgmental douche. Anyway, Nick Fargo wants to know, would you rather have Tim Tebow or Ryan Leaf playing quarterback for the Eagles? Well, Tim Tebow's significantly younger and he would at least bring butts to the seats and sell merchandise because wacko Christians would buy anything that Tim Tebow's face or jersey number was put on, so it'd be more beneficial for Jeffrey Lurie and the Eagles. So yeah, Tim Tebow. Would I have him over Mark Sanchez? Well, I guess I'm going to have to deal with Mark Sanchez since the Eagles are going to sign him as a backup quarterback, which I think he's fine in the backup capacity. I just wish such a laughing stock wasn't being relegated to working in Philadelphia. He's just a butt fumble fucker. Anyway. Asshat McGee wants to know, lovely screen name by the way, Asshat McGee wants to know whatever happened to IGSRJ. I simply just got tired of making the episodes. I got tired of scripting them. I was lazy. I mean, the guy that was behind it didn't want to do them anymore. And he doesn't want to do them anymore. So he stopped making them. There. Disturbed 411 wants to know, are you excited about the MLB season for the Phillies? No, not at all. I think they're going to fucking suck. They're a 75, absolute max of 80 win team this year, and that 80 win is if everything goes right. But right off the bat, Cole Hamels isn't going to be playing the first month of ball. It's projected. Ruff has an abdominal strain. Someone just had MRSA, and it's already a fucking mess. It's just a fucking mess. That team, great pitching rotation with the starting three, but again, that's if Cole Hamels comes back in and pitches right away, like Cliff Lee. Cliff Lee's going to be the stud door he always is, but you can only win so many games 1-0. This is a team last year that had it was like a 302 on base percentage. The fuck out of here! You ain't gonna win shit in this league with shit like that. But everyone's supposedly healthy, and Chase is gonna hit again, and Ryan Howard's gonna learn how to hit home runs again. But he's gonna strike out every time a left-handed pitcher's at the mound. Gotta catch my breath here. Henry Agus wants to know, what are my top 3 turnoffs? Well, that's kind of a vague question because it's like turn-offs with food. Like it's too spicy, it's too bland, whatever. I'll say top 3 turn-offs in women. All right, let's say I'm not with Girlfiend anymore, even though everything is perfectly fine, and I'm back on the dating circuit. 3 things that would just turn me off. Number 1, if they're a smoker. Now, if you smoke and you're not directly in a relationship with me, that's fine. Smoke yourselves out. You're free to do what you want, but as far as it being a turn on for me, it would be an absolute turn off for a number of reasons. Hell of a side, staining your teeth, smelling, etc. None of that would turn me on. Just being real. Anyway, obese. Not saying overweight. There's a difference between overweight and obese. 20, 30 extra pounds, it's not fucking alarming. But when you start getting 80, 90, 100 pounds overweight, yeah, not much of a turn on for me. On the real, not much of a turn on for me. Third turn off, you gotta have some sort of intelligence. You gotta at least sound like you at least graduated high school and didn't have to blow the teachers to pass grades. Like, you gotta have some sort of just equal amount of common sense and book smarts. All right. I don't know. Just no idiots. All right. No fucking ditz bots. Stay with the other ditzoids. Ditzoids is the male. Ditspot is the female, as we all know, right? Just made both those words up. All right. Thank you, Henry Egas. Sorry, my voice is starting to trail off here. Must Destroy All wants to know, Will we ever see a different side of the Archfiend in the near future? Like if you're an artist, a musician, a painter, etc. I've showcased my artwork numerous times. I've actually used to make actual live drawings of my fans. There's a section on my website called Arch's Artwork. Check it out. Anyway, I know where he's going with this question. He knows that I've had a number of famous artworks that have been in numerous galleries. I'm sure you guys all know about this, right? I've had a number of paintings that have been showcased in galleries all over the United States. You didn't know about that? Oh, okay, good, because I just made that up. But anyway, I don't know. It's kind of going back to the whole thing, I Must Destroy All, of keeping the YouTube world to YouTube and keeping the real world to real world. There is like certain sides to me that I could display that are more talented that I don't display here. There obviously is. But I'll keep it a mystery for now. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. There's one that would be very particularly interesting that people in real life take tremendous amazement in. It's an ability I have. That's along the lines of being an artist or a musician or something like that. I'll just leave you hanging on that. Maybe you'll see that someday. I Must Destroy All. But for now, we're going to answer Seahawks 813's question. Who do you like to win the NCAA men's basketball tournament? The NCAA basketball tournament I watch every single year, and this year's no exception. Though I'd be lying if I could speak with any sort of expertise and knowledge into like, oh, well, this team's going to win because of this, and Florida's better, and I don't know shit about the sport. I mean, about college basketball and the coaches and the players. I mean, outside of guys like Jabari Parker and Wiggins and the main guys are coming out in draft, I don't even know players on any of the teams. I just watch it because I like the tournament. I like the chance that it gives these young kids to be in the spotlight even for just one brief fleeting game. If you're a 16 against a 1 in the first round, I really like and enjoy it. But as far as acting like I know about the teams and players, I couldn't tell you. So, go Philadelphia State. They're still in the tournament, right? Philadelphia State University. Go home team. Anyway, what are my thoughts on Jack's films, and what is your favorite South Park episode? Actually answered the favorite South Park episode earlier with the Star and Marvin episode. Second runner-up to that would be the World of Warcraft episode. Don't know anything about World of Warcraft, never played World of Warcraft, but I love that episode. That is an episode that got me interested in something that I have no interest in real life, and made it tremendously enjoyable. Prepare to be pwned. Jack's films, I know the name, but I'm drawing a blank as to what exactly they are, so there you go. Don't have much of a thought about them because they don't have much of a rendering thought in my mind. Okay, Wes wants to know, Wes's favorite team is in the tournaments, the Syracuse Orangemen. They're still playing, right, Wes? Right? Ha! Anyway, what controversial opinion that you hold would do the most damage to your career and personal life if it became public? Oh, well, that's easy. My stance on women having the right to vote, or to be able to drive, or to have jobs, to be in the military, any of those things like that. Because, I mean, let's be realistic. Women should stay at home and make babies, and that's it. That's it. Service their men. Cook meals. All right, cook meals too, clean. Take care of the baby because it came out of them. They should fucking take care of it, right? Anyways, I don't want my opinions about that getting out because that would fucking ruin me. So, but thank you for the question, Wes. Nathan Van Dyke wants to know, did you ever go back to Home Depot and get that shovel you forgot to buy on the day you bought and killed Petey? Fuck! Alright. We're going to have to cut this short because I got to go to Home Depot and get that fucking shovel now. Thanks for reminding me about that. dead hooker bodies are piling up out back, and those holes ain't gonna dig themselves. Anyway, thank you again, guys. A great round of questions. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope my answers sufficed the mighty demands you have of asking me questions. And New Dog finally fell asleep on the other side of the camera here. He's out like a light, and a dog just walked by and he didn't even do it. Terrible guard dog. Bad guard dog. He just looked up at me like, fuck you. Anyway, have a good day, a better tomorrow. And go Philadelphia State University. Let's win. Win one for the Sixers, because the Sixers can't win fucking shit. Fucking hell, that team's terrible to watch. Have a good day, everyone.